Hi everyone, it's Lisa with InkandInspirations.com. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, we're going to be making this Christmas card with the Making Christmas Bright stamp set from the 2018 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. And it's on page 7 of this catalog, and it has some really cute images. It's also available in a bundle with this Christmas bulb builder punch. That you can get the stamp set and the punch at a 10% discount. But today we're not using this punch. We're going to be using a couple of others that you probably have in your supply, along with this All Is Bright Designer Series paper and this Real Red ribbon. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to need for paper a couple of pieces of Whisper White scrap cardstock that you might have lying around. This one's about 3 by 3.5. I'm going to stamp and punch this circle, and then this is just a scrap that I'm going to use for the sentiment here. And for our card base, we're using Real Red, cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored in half at 5 1/2. I have a piece of that All Is Bright Designer Series paper here, and it's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then a piece of Real Red and Shaded Spruce. The Real Red is cut at 4 1/2 by 3/4 inches wide, and the Shaded Spruce is cut at 3 1/2 by 1. Okay, and you're also going to need another sheet of the All Is Bright paper cut at 1 1/2 by 4. Now I wanted to show you that this piece here of designer paper is the flip side of this dot pattern. So let's go ahead and cut that so it'll be ready. And this is a basic design for a Christmas card. And I like it because it really shows off and makes use of the Designer Series paper. Okay, so I need 1 1/2. And I believe that was by 4, wasn't it? Yes. Okay. All right, now let's get to putting this card together. Let's go ahead and fold our base in half and give it a good crease with the bone folder. And we'll set that aside because we're going to build this part up first. Okay, so I have this piece that I just cut, and I'm going to come up about 1 inch from the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that right here. Let's see, I'll line it up on my grid sheet to try to get it as straight as possible. And I can use those dots to line it up just like that. Love that contrast, so cute. All right, so now let's go ahead and take our strips of Real Red and Shaded Spruce, and that one is going to just line up right underneath here. Let's go 3/4 of an inch, 4 1/2. There we go. Okay, so all right, so what I'm going to do with this piece is I'm going to take my tailored tag punch and just banner cut the ends, probably come up about 1/2 inch or so. And what I do, instead of punching off too much to start with, I'll look and see how it looks layered over this one. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, that's going to go just like that. Okay, let's set that aside while we do some stamping. So I've got some Crushed Curry ink, and I have the stamp mounted, and it's a little wreath, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp it here. Okay, now let's try that again. I'm just having a time of it today. All right, now let's get this string of Christmas light bulbs, and I'm going to use my Memento black ink and stamp these across the top a bit, and then I'll use my Stampin' Blends alcohol markers to quickly and easily color in the light bulbs. So I'm going to come up right like that. Okay, move this out of the way. And then I also have this tiny star that's in the stamp set, and I'm going to scatter a few of those, 3 of them. Put one up here, and then one down here, and one over here. Okay, so that's our stamping for the little wreath. So let's color. I'm going to take my Real Red, dark Real Red Stampin' Blends. I'm just going to color a couple of these. Let's see. Let's do that. All right. Then I'm going to get my dark Shaded Spruce and color like that. And I think I want to get this one too. And then I have dark Daffodil Delight that I'll color in right just like that. Now I'm going to take my 2 1/2 inch circle punch and slide that over and center that just like that. Okay, that's ready to go. Now for our sentiment, I've already stamped the Making Spirits Bright. This is also from the stamp set, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper snips and just easily cut these out, getting, you know, close to the stamped words, but yet leaving a tiny bit of white border around it. And then I'm going to cut it apart so I have the words separated. Okay, and before I attach, I'm going to take my Real Red ink and a Stampin' sponge, and I'm going to sponge around the edges. And this is a fun way to do a sentiment when they're easy to cut apart like this. Like this one in particular, it was especially easy to do. And it allows you to space them how you want or angle them, and, you know, not have to be in a straight line. I just like the randomness of it, I guess. Okay, so let me take some ink here. Not ink, glue. Making, let's see, Spirits Bright. Yep, I like how that's going to work out just fine. And the little tip here I have for you is when you stamp this line of Christmas bulbs to go toward the top of the wreath. Not exactly at the top, but, you know, leave yourself a little space for the star, but go more toward the top than across the center, and it leaves you plenty of room here. Okay, so now I'm going to take just my basic rhinestones, some of these small ones, and put one right in the middle of each star. Okay, now let's put this together. All right, this is going to go over top just like that. All right, so let's glue down the spruce first. Go across that line of dots there. Then I'm going to come across with our real red cardstock that we bannered the ends on. Then I'm going to take our little wreath and put that right there. Okay, and now let's get our ribbon. And we're going to tie it around this contrasting print of the designer paper. So I think I want it in the center like I did on the other one. So let me just tie. And I like to leave it on the spool so I don't cut it too short. And it's not too hard to tie it like that if you'll give yourself some room here with it unwound off of the spool itself. Okay. Yep, I think we got that. I'm going to trim this and see how I like it. Yeah, that's okay. That'll work. I'm going to leave it like that. All right, let's get our card base, and that's just going to go over top just like that. And oh, that red around it just makes it all pop, doesn't it? I love this print here on the back side that we use the little strip of. It's the actual photograph of a Christmas tree, and it's beautiful. So pretty. Okay, there's our card for today using the Making Christmas Bright stamp set, and just with some designer paper, some simple stamping and punching, you can have a really cute card. If you have any questions, let me know. Visit my website at inkandinspirations.com, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.